Welcome to the hangar at Oaks Amusement Park. Tonight's bout features two undefeated teams squaring off for the first time this season. As the Guns N' Rollers take on the High Rollers. This is going to be an exciting and entertaining bout, which we will get underway shortly. But before we get to the action on the track, can I ask you all to please rise for the national anthem? Tonight's guest performers are Slash and the King.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the whole night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free. And the home of the brave. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, give it up for Slash and the King! Well, fans, joining me on the microphone this evening is the always enigmatic Randy Pan. Well, fans, joining me on the microphone this evening is the always enigmatic Randy Pan. On this evening is the always fans joining me on the microphone Pan is enigmatic Randy.
To the ladies of rock and roll, the Guns N' Rollers.
And their opponents, the High
All right, ladies and gentlemen, number pentagram upside down cross, Napalm Bad.
Number 1221, Roller Eclipse.
Number 101, Rita Manuel.
Number 21, Untamed Shrew.
Number 1, 2, 3, 4, Napoleon Bonaparte.
Number 237, Whip It Good.
Number 13, Mia Farrow.
Number 245, Scarleen.
Number 1701, Shaolin Smoker.
Number 29, Artemis Foulmouth.
Count to 10, it's Heidi. Go, sing.
Number 37, Unreal Hooligan.
Number 28 days, it's Psycho.
Number 419, Juvie Hall.
Number 322, Fashionista.
Number 480, Harajuku Girl.
Number 48, Feliz Brutality.
Number 50, Skull Eagle.
Number 49, Ski-Volt.
Number 503, Rorschach Test.
Number 5150, Haligari.
Number 522, Ivana Thrasher.
Number 81, Crazy Girls.
Number 66, Chicken Time Bomb.
High Rollers Captains, number 38, Flexing.
Number 73, Frankenherder.
Number 47, Penny Dreadful.
And number 808, you're gonna be sorry.
That's your High Rollers and
Your Guns and Rollers. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for tonight's teams.
scary kick on the bench for the High Rollers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to kick it over to Louis Armstrong for the Pabst Blue Ribbon starting whistle.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we need your help kicking off tonight's bout. So if you'd like to blow the starting whistle and you've got your hands wrapped around an ice-cold Pabst Blue Ribbon, let me see that beer, make some noise, maybe you can start us off. Come on, who wants it? Come on, who wants it? Right there, right there. Come on, come on.
And they're off, Mr. Mike Chags.
Indeed they are. Fans, we want to direct your attention first to the jammers. They are the skaters wearing the star on their helmets.
They are the ones who score points by lapping their opponents. The first time through the pack, no points are made. But after that, they score 1 point for every opponent they pass.
So right now, yo, gotta be sorry, the jammer for the Guns and Rollers. She was the first one out of the pack and the first one out of the pack legally. She is the lead jammer.
Huge advantage. You can stop the jam at any time with hands on your hips motion.
Now, even though Feliz Brutality, who is the jammer for the High Rollers, is not the lead jammer, she can still score points for their team.
That was her first pass, but now as she passes any opponents, she will score points.
And you see right there, you're going to be sorry calling off that jam by repeatedly placing her hands on her hips.
She passed 3 high roller skaters in that scoring pass, so got 3 points for her team, the Guns N' Roses. Jammers on the next line here for the high rollers, Kari.
And for the Guns N' Rollers, Scald Eagle.
Remember, the first time through is no points, but you can't get lead jammer for getting through legally.
Well, Randy, let's talk about the skaters that are trying to stop those jammers, the blockers.
They are together for both teams form the pack. They try to help their own jammer get through while preventing the opponents from getting through.
That's right. The blockers in the sport of roller derby play both offense and defense.
Scald Eagle, who is lead jammer, passes all the opponents in the pack, stops the jam for 4 points. 1 for every blocker she passed.
Jamming for the Guns N' Rollers next, number 503. Rorschach Tess.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, Napoleon Bonaparte jamming for the high rollers.
Now you'll see one blocker for each team has a cap on their helmet that has a stripe on it. Those are the pivots.
They can start at the front of the pack and can become jammers by a star pass. 0-0 as Rorschach Tess took a fall. She was lead jammer, so she could stop the jam before high rollers could score any points. All right, we have a full pack, Mike Jackson.
Indeed we do. 4-on-4 is the blocker contingent.
We have Felice Brutality jamming for the high rollers.
And number 50, Scald Eagle, jamming again for the Guns N' Rollers.
She's coming up the front there. She's matching hips with Tex Flexine.
And Scald Eagle battles her way to lead jammer status for the Guns N' Rollers.
Felice Brutality escorted to the back of the pack by breaking her. If she would have come in front of her, she would have had to cut the track penalty, which would have landed her in the penalty box.
That's right. When you earn yourself a penalty, that means that you are going to go to the penalty box for 1 minute worth of time.
And no one will field your position on the track, so you are skating down. Kari jamming for the high rollers.
You're gonna be sorry, jamming once again for the Guns N' Rollers.
Remember, no points on the first pass, but whoever gets out first legally is lead jammer who can stop the jam. And that's Kari, first lead jam for high rollers tonight.
You're gonna be sorry, works her way through the pack. She is now clear on her initial pass.
Kari engaged on her scoring pass. She gets 1 point for every opponent she passes.
Rorschach Tess forces her out of bounds in turn 3.
Because she is lead jammer, she stopped the jam, took 3 points, putting the high rollers on the board.
Rose City Rollers are proud partners of the Big Brothers and Big Sisters Sports Buddies program, encouraging young people to get and stay active. Napoleon Bonaparte on the line for the high rollers.
Untamed Shrew jamming for the Guns N' Rollers. Chicken Time Bomb, nice job pushing Napoleon Bonaparte outside the front straightaway.
She got a multiplayer penalty for that. You cannot hold onto your own skater to prevent the path of an opponent.
Untamed Shrew going around the outside. Penny Dreadful forcing her out.
Napoleon blown apart made her initial pass, but did not have a scoring pass yet, so no points.
Thank you to the OHSU Sports Medicine Program, proud to be the official medical care team of the Rose City Rollers.
On the jam line for the Guns N' Rollers, number 50, Scald Eagle.
And Police Brutality. Because Chicken Time Bomb is in the penalty box, there's only 3 blockers for Guns N' Rollers right now.
And Scald Eagle through the pack, lead jammer going to the Guns N' Rollers.
One to get past for Police Brutality. She gets through on the inside. Both jammers on the scoring position.
Roller Eclipse headed to the penalty box for the Guns N' Rollers. Now, if this jam ends before her penalty time is up, she will stay in the penalty box until her time has been completed.
Both jammers hit it. Called there by GNR, but High Rollers were able to get 4 points out of that for passing the skaters on track and getting points for the penalty box. Only 3 for GNR.
Untamed Shrew on the line once again for the Guns N' Rollers.
Harikari jamming for High Rollers. 4-2 blocker advantage right now, Mike checks.
That's right, Untamed Shrew has her work cut out for her. She's got 4 defenders to get around.
Outside passer for Harikari. She's at first, no points yet, but she's your lead jammer.
Untamed Shrew muscles her way around Napalm Beth at the front of the pack. Both jammers clear on their initial pass.
You see the High Rollers trying to slow down the pack by trapping an opponent behind them. Harikari hit the pack, called out the jam, and picked up 3 points in the meantime.
This is such a physical sport, and the hardest hit of the night is brought to you by Bridgetown Chiropractic.
Ironic. That keeps it in business.
Y'all gotta be sorry on the jam line for the Guns N' Rollers.
And Napoleon blown apart for the High Rollers.
Napoleon blown apart, physical off the line once again, fighting her way through the front of the pack.
2-wall in the back, holding on to You Gonna Be Sorry of GNR. Now 3-ball. A no pack was assessed. If the skaters get too far apart, the refs say no pack. You cannot block an opponent.
Flexing on her way to the penalty box, Napoleon blown apart is your lead jammer for the High Rollers.
You Gonna Be Sorry got out right behind her. Both jammers are in scoring position.
Now it's the Guns N' Rollers with the blocker advantage on the track. 2 High Rollers blockers in the penalty box.
3-0, favoring High Rollers, bringing it to a 2-point bout.
Hey folks, you're all invited to join us tonight at the after party at Selwood Public House, 8132 Southeast 13th Avenue, featuring After Avalanche and DJ Keep Love. You'll get free entry with your wristband.
Police Brutality jamming for the High Rollers.
Scald Eagle jamming for the Guns N' Rollers, and she is through the pack first. Lead jammer, Guns N' Rollers.
4-2 blocker advantage really helped that out. But Police Brutality able to muscle through that 4-wall for her initial pass.
Blockers are setting up shop, waiting for the jammers to come around. Scald Eagle through the pack. That's a 4-point pass for the Guns N' Rollers.
Easy passes. There wasn't a lot of defense on the track there.
We'd like to thank the Portland Mercury with the food, arts, and entertainment news you need. Tickets for upcoming events are available at portlandmercury.com.
Untamed Shrew finding herself on the jam line once again for the Guns N' Rollers. Harikari jamming for the High Rollers.
4-3 blocker advantage for the GNR again. Penalties favoring them.
Heidi Go Seek headed to the penalty box for the High Rollers.
4-wall locked down on Harikari. Scarleen with an outside hit.
And it's Untamed Shrew through the pack first. Lead jammer, Guns N' Rollers.
A pileup made an opening on the inside for Harikari. So she's out on her initial pass as well, Mike checks.
And a correction on that, Heidi Gosek was not sent to the penalty box, but she needed to return the pivot cap to her bench area as Flexine was in the penalty box as the pivot already.
It's a good new rule. Louis.
Car2Go is in the house with us tonight. Today you can get free registration and you can spin the wheel to win free car minutes. They're right down here, folks, by the concession area.
4-4 on the floor. We have a full pack.
That's Rorschach Tess wearing the jam cap for the Guns N' Rollers.
And the stars on Napoleon Bonaparte, number 1, 2, 3, 4 for the High Rollers.
Nice battle up front, but Napoleon Bonaparte works her way around Roller Eclipse, lead jammer, High Rollers.
And so Psycho with some good one-on-one defense. Fashionista last line there. And Psycho catches her again. Alley-oop hit in the corner.
Nice 1-2 punch by the High Rollers there. Rorschach Tess.
Frankenherder takes Napoleon Bonaparte out of bounds. Napoleon comes back in front of her and takes a cut track penalty. You cannot go in front of the person who hit you out of bounds.
Rorschach Tess regains her composure, fixes her equipment, and is now working her way through the pack on her initial pass.
When one jammer is in the penalty box, that means the only team that can score, the team with the jammer out there, we call that a power jam. Right now, Guns N' Rollers are in a power jam.
Nice offense by Artemis Foulmouth up front. However, Rorschach Tess couldn't quite get by her.
I believe that was a blocking out of bounds. If I saw the signal correctly, you cannot hit outside of the penalty line. Out of play is assessed on Mia Farrell, and if you are out of play, you have to re-enter play immediately. As she stayed out there, she is going to get an out of play call. Napoleon Bonaparte back from her penalty, and that is 2 minutes.
We get our energy from Spark, and you can get your Spark at derbyfit.com. Spark, rock, recover, repeat. Rose City Rollers Independent Advocare Distributor.
Scald Eagle jamming once again for the Guns N' Rollers.
Heidi Gosek jamming for the High Rollers. It's a 1-point bat right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Scald Eagle able to take advantage of the 4-2 pack advantage for the Guns N' Rollers. She is your lead jammer.
Nice truck and trailer defense up front on Heidi Gosek. Chicken time bomb sends her to the inside. But Heidi Gosek gets out in front for her initial pass.
Scald Eagle dancing around Flexine at the front of the pack. Gets her 4 points and calls off the jam.
A big thank you to Joe's Burgers, 4 locations, awesome burgers, and the official feeder of the Rose City Rollers Volunteers.
We're about halfway through the first half here. Guns N' Rollers on top by a score of 23-18.
A mere 5 points. 1 scoring pass. Feliz brutality up in the line for the High Rollers.
Yo, gonna be sorry, jamming for the Guns N' Rollers. Again, a 4-2 packet advantage for GNR, and they're able to cash in, lead jammer.
Feliz brutality getting some hits up front by Frankenherder. She responds in kind. A blocking out of bounds major on Feliz brutality. She hit an opponent with her skate out of bounds. That's going to send her to the penalty box and have a power jam for GNR.
5-point grand slam for Yo Gonna Be Sorry, and 5 more points. That is 10 to her credit so far this jam, Randy.
7 minutes in the penalty box for High Rollers, only 3 for Guns N' Rollers. Certainly having impact, Mike checks.
You're going to be sorry now, battling up front, two-wall, Mia Farrell and Penny Dreadful.
Cut track penalty by Skable. 4-0 on that last pass.
A big thank you to Kind Bars. Snack like there's no tomorrow with Kind Snacks. Trust us, folks, we're eating them up here. They're pretty tasty.
Well, Randy Pan, that's a dangerous situation on the track right there.
Ultimate Jam, 5-2 pack advantage here. Skull versus Napalm and Texie on the inside, Lee Jammer. You know, if I was going to put out two blockers, checks, they're the ones.
Skull Eagle making quick work of that micro pack, 5-point grand slam, Guns N' Rollers.
Oh, what? Solid dive, switch, 5 more points.
Float like a butterfly, skate like a bee. Skull Eagle attacks the pack once again for the Guns N' Rollers.
She earned a pass.
Feliz Brutality, back block penalty, gonna send her back to the penalty box. Skull Eagle looking for more points for GNR.
Wow, another 5 points there. GNR have the trap right now.
And some filthy footwork on display by Skull Eagle as she rolls through the pack for another 5 points.
GNR dividing the defense, splitting it in half right now in this power jam.
Minstrel Psycho up front trying to hold back Skull Eagle. Skull gets by her though, another 5-point grand slam, GNR.
Chicken Time Bomb trying to pick off Goat to slow down the pack.
Skull Eagle now picking up a back block penalty that will send her to the pack's blue ribbon penalty box for 1 minute, Randy.
When she sits down, Feliz Brutality will be released, and Skull Eagle will serve as much time as Feliz served. This is Feliz's initial pass.
High Rollers attacking the pack, trying to help Feliz Brutality get through. Chicken Time Bomb, nice defense on the outside.
2 left to go, but High Rollers holding it off. See if there's any more points. No, there aren't. That is 49 unanswered points from GNR in the last 3 jams. 49 points. It was 19 to 18, now 67, all on those penalties and power jams. 38.
So now it's the High Rollers going to start with the advantage as Napoleon blown apart, the only jammer of record on the track. Skull Eagle in the penalty box, serving out her penalty picked up in the last jam.
38 points in the last jam alone, but that will change as High Rollers have lead jammer in this power jam.
Blockers have set up shop. Heidi Go Seek trying to run some interference for Napoleon blown apart. They've got one trapped in the backfield.
Looks like the pack is defined in the back. They have to let her go or get an out at play penalty. 5 points, Napoleon blown apart.
Blockers jockeying for position once again. Napoleon hits a strong 4-wall up front.
Huge hit from Frankenherner on Napoleon blown apart.
Napoleon blown apart round the outside. Skull Eagle round the inside. And we've got some jammer on jammer action on the track.
Fashionista go to the penalty box for a low block. You cannot hit an opponent below the thigh.
4 more points for Napoleon blown apart on that last scoring pass for the High Rollers.
Hey there, folks. Keep up to date with local happenings through PDX Pipeline, your online source for Portland's music, arts, and events happenings.
10 minutes in the penalty box for the High Rollers, only 4 for the Guns N' Rollers.
And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, helps to explain that 40-point difference between these teams.
Ari Kari jamming for high rollers.
Yo, gonna be sorry, and jamming for the Guns N' Rollers. She's out of the pack. Lead jammer, GNR.
Good defense from Chicken Time Bomb on Ari Kari. She has 2 left in the front.
That's Harajuku girl one-on-one with Hari Kari, trying to hold her back.
Pile up on the straightaway. Low block on Harajuku girl. She'll go to the penalty box for a minute.
Chicken Time Bomb up, trying to play some offense for Yo Gonna Be Sorry. Napalm Beth and Minstrel Psycho pushing her to the inside and outside of that track. 2 more points for GNR.
A huge thank you to Kelly Brown Debt Relief. Kelly Brown likes roller derby.
And we have an official timeout down on the track.
This is an official timeout. The referees can call as many timeouts for as long as they need for any issues that they need to check on. Louis Armstrong will be checking out the reason for the official timeout and get back to us with an update.
Well, fans, while we're waiting on this official review, remember to buy those raffle tickets. They are $1 a piece or 10 for $5. That raffle drawing is going to take place at halftime, so make sure you get those before we break.
Hey, Randy Pan and Mike checks. We are clarifying a call. There was a low block called on GNR skater number 408. We're clarifying that call. Okay, they decided to pull that skater out of the box.
All right, overruled call there. Harajuku girls released. We have 4 on the floor for GNR.
Untamed Shrew jamming for the Guns N' Rollers. That's Feliz Brutality jamming for the High Rollers.
Both caught up against some crazy defense right now. Untamed Shrew is getting some assistance in the front from Juvie Hall.
And that was enough to split the defense. Untamed Shrew through the pack for lead jammer, Guns N' Rollers.
Number 73, Frankenherder, drops Feliz to the outside and cycles her to the back. If Feliz comes in front, that's a cut track.
Meanwhile, Untamed Shrew through the pack. That is a full 5-point grand slam for the Guns N' Rollers.
We call that a natural grand slam, and the other jammer's on the track. Nice hit from Juvie Hall to Feliz Brutality on the inside.
Juvie Hall with lockdown defense up front. Untamed Shrew works her way through the pack. That is yet another 5-point grand slam for the Guns N' Rollers.
Juvie Hall being a one-woman wall. Penny Dreffel goes to try to give some assistance, but GNR holding it down in the front.
Heidi Go-Seek takes out Rorschach Tess. Feliz Brutality finally gets by Juvie Hall. She is clear on her initial pass.
Great screen set up by Unreal Hooligan on the inside, creating a path for Untamed Shrew to grab 4 more points and call it off.
Thank you to Jessica Chestnut and Guild Home Loans. Let Derby girl Jessica Chestnut help you get a home loan today.
Or a Grand Slam, maybe? I don't know. That might be.
Scald Eagle jamming for the Guns N' Rollers.
And Napalm Beth for High Rollers! I'm a fan.
Fast pack to start this jam, Randy Pan. 4 wall of GNR blockers up front, and Scald Eagle, your lead jammer.
She was able to break open that wall and make her own entrance and gets through for her lead jammer.
Scald Eagle.
All right, Napalm Beth trying to get some help from Flexine. She has to get past Scarleen. In the meantime,
she also has to get by Ivana Thrasher and Chicken Time Bomb, who've made their presence felt at the front of the pack. Meanwhile, Scald Eagle dances through the pack. 5-point grand slam, Guns N' Rollers.
Chicken Time Bomb drops Napalm Beth to the inside. Defense sets up in front.
Skeeve Holt picking off Wickbit good. Napalm Beth again fighting a 2, now a 3, now a 4 wall up front. Nice recycling by the Guns N' Rollers blockers.
Scald Eagle wisely takes the inside of Napalm Beth for another 5-point scoring pass.
Ivana Thrasher being sent to the penalty box. Low block penalty. Napalm Beth now clear on her initial pass for the High Rollers.
She got to the outside of Scarlene for her initial pass.
Nice little bit of offense there by Chicken Time Bomb. Scald Eagle dances around the pack and calls off the jam.
I thought she was doing the chicken dance for her teammate. No, she was calling it off. You're right.
Team timeout being called by the High Rollers.
It's going to be a Magic Pony Music Minute brought to you by our beloved Agent Meow.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to give a shout out to a special group in the house with us tonight. Over in the Spark Zone, we've got Tracking Sloths. I think they're on the wrong continent, but best of luck in their endeavors.
Hey guys, good to have you here. Welcome aboard.
Couple birthdays over there. Happy birthday to Ruby, Kelly, Jan, Kelby, and Trisha.
Yo, gonna be sorry, jamming for the Guns N' Rollers. Hari Kari wearing the star for the High Rollers.
Up against 2 in the front there. Great defense coming from, that is
Frankenherder and Harajuku girl. And now it's Yo Gonna Be Sorry battling against Bashanista at the front of the pack. Rorschach Tess up to help out.
But nice cycle to the front. I believe that's Rita Manuel up front. The nice drop.
Both jammers still working on their initial pass. Frankenherder swarming in the backfield.
A testimony to the incredible defense happening here, Mike checks. Wall of green in front, holding down. You're going to be sorry.
45 seconds later, Hari Kari, your lead jammer, High Rollers.
Hit to the inside there. Finally, an opening comes up for You're Going to Be Sorry. GNR were able to switch to offense and make an opening for her.
And now Hari Kari attacking the pack. 1 down and a 3 wall to get by.
She was hit to the outside.
Calls the jam as she was hit to the outside.
Ivana Thrasher credit for the hit.
Thank you to Davis Law Offices, a law firm specializing in employment law, civil rights law, to family and juvenile law.
Look at all the skaters out there.
Untamed Shrew jamming for the Guns N' Rollers.
Napoleon Bonaparte, 1, 2, 3, 4 for the High Rollers. Lead Jammer muscling through the front.
Nice battle going on up front. Napalm Beth versus Untamed Shrew.
Great offensive hit from Juvie Hall there, making the path easier.
Skeeve Holt trying to hold back Untamed Shrew. Untamed Shrew clear on her initial pass.
Great screen leading an open outside lane for Napoleon Bonaparte. Quick 4 points for High Rollers.
Thank you to the Buffalo Gap Saloon and Eatery, John's Landing's favorite eatery and saloon.
97-32 our score. Guns N' Rollers lead with under 3 minutes left to play in this first half, Randy.
A lot of defense coming from both teams. That's Police Brutality jamming for the High Rollers.
Scald Eagle jamming for the Guns N' Rollers. She is through and she is your lead jammer.
Excellent frontline defense from GNR. High Rollers trying to make an opening.
Mia Farrell fighting against Ivana Thrasher. Harajuku girl now up front trying to hold back Felice Brutality.
She got juked by Felice for her initial pass.
Scald Eagle looks to go around the outside. Penny Dreadful pushing her outside, turn 3.
No points, 0-0. Great defense from the High Rollers. Fist in the air for Rep Solidarity. We got time for one, maybe 2 more jams here.
That's right, so fans, you've got time to buy a couple more raffle tickets. Those tickets, $1 a piece, 10 for $5, and you don't have much time, so get in on that now. Napoleon Bonaparte jamming for the High Rollers.
Around the outside, Untamed Shrew is your lead jammer. Friendly reminder, she can call up the jam at any time.
Flexine fighting up front. Napoleon blown apart now, dancing around Scarleen to the outside. She is clear on her initial pass.
A blocking out of bounds on Flexine, sending her to the penalty box.
Untamed Shrew dances around Napalm Beth at the front of the pack. 4-point scoring pass, Guns N' Rollers.
Thank you to Timothy Murray Photography. Visit timothymurrayphotography.com for classic black and white film derby images.
Ask him why not, and do it in Spanish.
Well, just for clarification, all of the blockers are lined up on something known as the pivot line. Scald Eagle jamming for the Guns N' Rollers through the pack, lead jammer.
At the inside of Juvie Hall, Harikari gets through for her initial pass. Both jammers in scoring position.
Heidi Go-Seek being called for a cut track penalty. She's headed to the penalty box.
Only 5 minutes in the penalty box all period for GNR. Hence their 101-32 point score.
And ladies and gentlemen, that looks like halftime. Our score going into the break, Guns N' Rollers 101, High Rollers 32.
Napoleon blown apart, big jammer for High Rollers with 21 points.
And Scald Eagle for the Guns N' Rollers with 60 points in 10 jams.
We get into plus minus, but yeah, most of you probably don't care. So, those are the Magic Pony power stats.
You're gonna be sorry. Jamming for the Guns N' Rollers.
Police Brutality for the High Rollers!
And folks, that's the second jam tonight that started with the blockers on the pivot line. For those of you keeping score at home, you're gonna be sorry. Through the pack, lead jammer, Guns N' Rollers.
Police Brutality was dropped to the inside by Chicken Time Bomb in the first turn, and now the GNR defense is reset to the front, Mike checks.
Ivana Thrasher, the pivot for the Guns N' Rollers, having a great night tonight. Excellent defense out there against Felice Brutality this jam.
That's Juvie Hall with some great last line of defense blocking.
Forearm penalty called on Ivana Thrasher. You're going to be sorry through the pack. 5-point grand slam, Guns N' Rollers.
That's their 6th penalty. We can probably keep track of them on my fingers at this point.
Feliz Brutality battling Chicken Time Bomb. Flexine up to help her out. Juvie Hall, last line of defense.
Juvie Hall holding it right inside the 20-foot mark. That is incredible one-on-one positional blocking from Juvie Hall.
Flexine escorting Juvie Hall out of bounds. Juvie Hall now headed to the penalty box for the Guns N' Rollers.
Looks like Chicken Time Bomb's back, and she gets into position in front to catch Feliz Brutality, who's still on her initial pass.
Chicken Time Bomb pushing Feliz Brutality to the outside of the far straightaway.
Napalm bet dropping. You're going to be sorry to the inside. Usually I say outside there, but this time.
Feliz Brutality through the pack on her initial pass, and a back block penalty for You're Gonna Be Sorry.
And that is a power jam with a huge blocker advantage for High Rollers.
5 points on the grand slam for Feliz Brutality.
Defense resets. Scarleen and Chicken Time Bomb. Scarleen drops Feliz Brutality to the inside.
4 more points, though, for Feliz Brutality as that jam comes to an end. Our score, Guns N' Rollers 106, High Rollers 41. Louis Armstrong.
Snap, crackle, pop. Visit DocBones.com. Get adjusted and support Roller Derby.
4-3 blocker advantage favoring High Rollers with Hari Kari in the power jam.
Pivot line getting some love as the High Rollers blockers start out on the pivot line.
Reset to the front there. Number 2.1, Untamed Shrew trying to draw the cut, but
lead jammer status going to Hari Kari.
Tumble up on the turn. Hari Kari goes to the inside. Doesn't take a chance, comes in behind the pack.
GNR back at full strength in the blocking contingent right now as they string out the back of the pack and make Hari Kari come in behind Untamed Shrew.
Pack resets there. Nice defense from GNR right now. Wedge offense set up by High Rollers in front.
Untamed Shrew holding back Hari Kari. Nice bridge by Eclipse and Juvie Hall.
Hari Kari came in behind Juvie Hall, did not get the cut, so she gets 5 points.
You're Gonna Be Sorry out of the penalty box and mixing it up on the track.
Star pass handed over to Untamed Shrew. Covers the rest of her points on that pass.
That is now GNR cleared on their initial pass. Hari Kari getting a few more points, 3 more as a matter of fact, and calling off that jam.
You Gotta Be Sorry started in the pack, so the jammer handoff was the initial pass.
Scald Eagle on the jam line for the Guns N' Rollers.
And Napoleon Bonaparte, tonight's top jammers. Look at all that defense.
We've got a multiplayer block penalty being handed out, that going to Ivana Thrasher.
All defense right in front there. Napoleon Bonaparte doing a great job pushing through, but
Scald Eagle on the inside rail, picking up lead jammer status for the Guns N' Rollers.
Both jammers finally dismantle their defense. Both set up for their first scoring pass.
Nice swarming 3-wall in the back of the pack for GNR, trying to stop Heidi Go Seek. That helps Scald Eagle pick up 1 point on that scoring pass. Louis Armstrong.
Thank you to OHSU Sports Medicine, providing immediate care for Rose City Rollers athletes through their sports medicine hotline at 503-494-4000.
Feliz Brutality.
versus Untamed Shrew.
4-3 blocker advantage for High Rollers. And they capitalize around the outside. Nice screen by Penny Dreadful. Lead jammer.
Penny Dreadful's offense leading to Felice Brutality getting out easily. Untamed Shrew fighting against a 4-wall in the back of the pack. Chicken Time Bomb trying to play some offense for her.
A cut track penalty picked up by Felice Brutality. Power jam, Guns N' Rollers.
3-on-3 in the pack right now. Untamed Shrew around the outside of the front straightaway. That is a 5-point grand slam for the Guns N' Rollers.
GNR dividing the defense by trapping Minstrel Psycho in the back. She gets out front to defend.
But Untamed Shrew dances around her on her way to another 5-point grand slam.
Scarlene and Penny Dreadful going at it just because.
Because it's fun.
All right, Chicken Time Bomb drops Skeep Holt to the back.
Everybody distracted as Untamed Shrew rolls through the pack untouched. 5 more points, Guns N' Rollers.
Abundant Thrasher dropping Skeep to the outside, defining the pack.
Guns N' Rollers defense all over the place this jam.
Going offense there, an opening is made, and Felice Brutality does collect her 4 points from her previous scoring pass.
A lot of skaters on the track as the penalty box is emptied. Untamed Shrew fighting Mia Farrell and Penny Dreadful at the front of the pack. Untamed Shrew muscles her way through.
And speaking of muscling, Chicken Time Bomb drops Felice to the back of the pack, as does Ivana Thrasher.
Pack forward. Untamed Shrew battling Mia Farrell. Untamed Shrew, 4 more points on that scoring pass for the Guns N' Rollers.
Rose City Rollers is a proud sponsor of the Big Brothers and Big Sisters Sports Buddies program, encouraging young people to get and stay active.
Scald Eagle jamming for the Guns N' Rollers.
Harikari for High Rollers. So far this period, GNR have actually spent more time in the penalty box than High Rollers.
Nice hit by Flexine at the front of the pack, knocking Scald Eagle outside. Front straightaway, Scald Eagle with a no pass, no penalty. She is not your lead jammer.
That will go to Harikari. You have to get first through past everyone legally. Harikari calls it before Scald Eagle can hit the pack. 0-0.
We'd like to give a quick shout out to a few of our league sponsors: Hammy's Pizza, Portland Vital Signs, Portland Independent Films, and K's Lounge.
Four to 3 pack advantage for the Guns N' Rollers starting this jam, Randy.
It's like Ivana Thrasher is going to wear the Star in our helmet for Guns N' Rollers.
And for the High Rollers, that's Napoleon Bonaparte!
Inside passer by Ivana Thrasher. She is your lead jammer.
Strong 3-wall up front. Napoleon blown apart, battling. Nice bridge by Chicken Time Bomb.
Last line of defense there, Honorary Hooligan.
Low block being called on Napoleon blown apart. Sorry to cut you off there, Randy.
No, that was appropriate information. Ivana Thrasher gets 5 points. I don't think she realized it was a power jam. Calls it off. But why not?
Thank you to Smith Nurseries, a proud sponsor of the Guns N' Rollers.
Oh, and speaking of the Guns N' Rollers, they're going to start out in a power jam with Scald Eagle on the jam line.
And a 4-3 blocker advantage. Official timeout. Our good friend Louis Armstrong will get the deets. We're going, Louis.
It was actually just for an equipment check by the referees there.
Scald dismantling the front line. Out of play assessed. You cannot block out of play. They got to let her go. Scald Eagle leads. Jammer.
Defense attempting to reset itself. Scald Eagle pushed to the outside of the front straightaway.
She has to go in behind them or pick up a cutting the track penalty. Better be safe than sorry, Mike checks.
Indeed, Scald Eagle battling Flexine up front. She gets through. That's a 5-point grand slam, Guns N' Rollers.
Cocktail weenie offense being demonstrated by GNR right now.
Scald Eagle trying to push against that 4-3-2. Now one wall and Scald Eagle through for another 5 points.
Goes for the outside. Takes a couple of hits, but everyone's out of the way. Probably, yeah, 5 more points.
Defense is getting set once again. Both jammers trying to go to the inside.
Scald goes ahead and calls it. 0-0 on that last pass. Louie!
Hey folks, come party with us tonight at the after party. It's going to be held at Selwood Public House, 8132 Southeast 13th Avenue, featuring After Avalanche and DJ Keep Love. Free entry with tonight's wristband.
Guns N' Rollers have now pushed their lead to triple digits as Ivana Thrasher takes the jam cap.
Police brutality hung up in the inside.
But it's Ivana Thrasher through the pack first. Lead jammer status going to the Guns N' Rollers.
One to get past. It is Chicken Time Bomb who sends Felice to the inside.
Nice job by Scheme Holt pushing Chicken Time Bomb forward, allowing Felice Brutality to clear the pack on her initial pass.
She also switched to defense by taking out Ivana Thrasher. Thrasher calls it off before Felice can hit the pack. 3-0 on that jam, favoring GNR.
Put some pep in your step with Spark from DerbyFit.com and Advocare. Spark, rock, recover, repeat. Rose City Rollers Independent Advocare distributor.
You're gonna be sorry with a jam cap for the Guns N' Rollers.
And Arcari up at the line. Taken to the outside by Roller Eclipse.
You're gonna be sorry fighting against a 2-3 wall up front.
Arcari slips to the inside for lead jammer.
Unreal Hooligan trying to play offense up front for You're Gonna Be Sorry. Swing and a miss by Napalm Beth in turn 2.
There's something you don't hear every day. Inside lane opens up, one to get past. It's Crazy Curls. Nice defensive hit there.
Crazy Curls making her presence felt. You're Gonna Be Sorry shrugging off the hit though. She is clear on her initial pass.
Roller Eclipse takes out Harikari, who gets taken out by Heidi Go Seek, letting Harikari back in for 5 more points.
A big thank you to the Portland Mercury with the food, arts, and entertainment news you need.
$163-59 is our score. GNR leads with just 16 minutes left in this bout, Randy.
$18 penalty minutes to 10 penalty minutes, favoring GNR. Scald Eagle Jam.
Jammers waiting for the pack to start to separate itself. Napoleon blown apart, some defensive jamming. Mia Farrell up to help out.
Gets us to the inside of Reed Emanuel. Lead jammer, Scald Eagle.
Jury Hall out in front once again. Nice positional blocking up front. And nice pack awareness by Chicken Time Bomb.
Jumping up to the front to defend. Napoleon cycled to the back with that takedown.
Penny Dreadful being called for a forearm penalty. Scald Eagle.
Quickly dismantled. Shell and Spock are going to the penalty box for a cut track penalty, passing an opponent out of bounds.
That was a 5-point grand slam by Scald Eagle. Napoleon blown apart, still working against Julie Hall and Scarlene at the front of the pack.
Arlene goes for a hit, but Nappy steps up to it, gets her initial pass.
Scald Eagle shrugging off a hit from Minstrel Psycho through the pack one more time. 4 points on that scoring pass for the Guns N' Rollers.
If you folks dig a great burger as much as I do, then stop by Joe's Burgers. 4 locations, awesome burgers, and the official feeder of Rose City Rollers Volunteers.
Tastes great. Let's go. Oh, wait, different sponsor.
Alana Thrasher with the jam cap for GNR, quickly out for lead jammer status.
4-2 blocker advantage, making life difficult on Police Brutality.
Frankenherder also making life difficult on Felice Brutality as she and Rorschach Tess working up front.
Oh, survives an inside lane there between the two. Initial pass for Police Brutality.
Roller Eclipse, nice job of offense up front. That helps pick up 4 points for the Guns N' Rollers.
Pay a visit to the Open Space Cafe, Brunch, Bar, Wi-Fi. Embrace the pace.
Guns N' Rollers 176, High Rollers 59, as we've got less than 13 and a half minutes to play.
We've matched penalty minutes in the second period.
Untamed Shrew fights her way to lead jammer status.
And it looks like
Kari fighting up front.
she's got Andrea Hooligan and Chicken Time Bomb doing some great defense. Mr. Psycho's trying to support her a little bit.
Penny Dreadful pushing Untamed Shrew outside the entrance to turn 1.
Chicken Time Bomb hits Kari to the inside. Draws her to the back of the pack, still on her initial pass.
Juvie Hall trying to play some offense. Untamed Shrew getting by Napalm Beth. That is a 5-point scoring pass for Untamed Shrew.
Herky finds her way around the outside of Juvie Hall for her initial pass.
Untamed Shrew attacks the 4 wall, decides to call it off. No points scored on that pass.
I'm a Southern boy, and when I want some great Southern grub, I visit the Delta Cafe. Amazing Southern fare, big eats, and stiff drinks.
Scald Eagle wearing the jam cap for the Guns N' Rollers. Heidi Go Seek jamming for the High Rollers.
And that's Scald Eagle. And all those blockers out there, Mike Jackson's confusing.
That's a lot of skaters out on the track, Randy Pan. Heidi Go Seek muscles her way through the pack. No pass, no penalty. She is not your lead jammer.
That leaves the Scald Eagle wide open to become lead jammer. Calls it right away, preventing Heidi Go Seek to get any points. 0-0, fist in the air, ref solidarity.
Big thank yous to the Nightlife Lounge, Rose City Rollers' favorite Clinton Street bar, and the only place to get Rose City Rollers tickets in town.
Ivana Thrasher on the jam line for the Guns N' Rollers.
Ivana Thrasher up against the High Rollers wall and through for lead jammer.
Napoleon Bonaparte, jammer for the High Rollers, got a 3-wall to contend with up front.
Trap in the back to hold on to the out of play assist. Napoleon Bonaparte on her initial pass.
Chicken Time Bomb being sent to the penalty box for the Guns N' Rollers.
She was blocking out of play too far in front of the pack.
Thrasher fighting against Crazy Curls in the front of the pack, calls off the jam. 3 points for the Guns N' Rollers.
Randy Pan. Mike Checks.
Yes.
Porque no.
Porque yes.
That's Porque no. Amazing taqueria food with 2 locations on Mississippi and Hawthorne.
Porque no. Porque no. It's different chant.
Kari jamming for the High Rollers.
Rorschach Tess for GNR. She's got up against a really strong wall at the back there, Mike Checks.
Indeed, but she's not afraid to slug it out with him. Gets by Flexine, gets by the others, round the outside, that's Rorschach Test lead jammer!
High Rollers instantly goes into an offensive attack to try to spring Harikari. GNR resets the defense up front, Mike checks.
Feliz Brutality spearheading that offense for the High Rollers. Rorschach Test comes in a little fast. Back block penalty, Guns N' Rollers.
And that will be an initial pass for Harikari.
And a track cut to go along with it.
And so we're going to go 2 minutes on this jam.
Now Frankenherder also being sent to the penalty box. It looked like that was for a track cut as well. Thank you, Wench Wharton.
GNR have served as many minutes of penalties in this jam as they have the entire first period.
Rorschach Test battling through, almost got by on the inside line.
Fashionista sent her to the inside. Roller Crips sent Fashionista in turn. Direction of play assessed to Chicken Time Bomb. You have to be blocking, skating in the forward direction.
Nice job by Flexine taking Rorschach Test all the way to the back of the pack. Rorschach Test doing a nice job on that inside line though.
Harikari was able to get back in and get through. That is her initial pass.
That was a 5-point scoring pass for Rorschach Test right now. Grand slam, Guns N' Rollers.
No lead jammer. We are going to go to the duration of this jam.
Untamed Shrew and Roller Eclipse, the two blockers of record right now for the Guns N' Rollers. They are joined by Frankenherder.
Good defense in front there. 0 points held by Roller Eclipse and Untamed Shrew on that last pass.
Everybody needs socks, so we get our socks at Sock Dreams. Unique, sexy, comfy socks for the roller girl and everyone. Check out their new line of Rose City Roller socks.
All right, 2 points were picked up there at the end.
Heidi Go Seek jamming for the High Rollers.
And a cut track picked up by Heidi Go Seek. She was hit out of bounds by Scald Eagle. Scald Eagle dropped back. Heidi Go Seek came in front of her. Power jam for Scald Eagle.
Penny Dreadful was trying to hold back Scald Eagle. That is a tough job for anyone to do, Randy.
I don't envy any blocker taking her on. First scoring pass here on this power jam. Around the outside. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nice communication going on in the pack by the Guns N' Rollers right now. Ivana Thrasher and Penny Dreadful going at each other in the backfield.
Ivana Thrasher able to slow down the pack by trapping Penny Dreadful, making an easy pass for Scald Eagle.
The other great thing about having Ivana Thrasher in the backfield right there provided a little bit of distraction, which made that scoring pass just a hair easier for Scald Eagle.
No distraction goes a long way.
Scald attacking once again.
A cut track assessed to Minstrel Psycho there in that last hit. 5 more points picked up and a jam called off by Scald Eagle.
Thank you to the Vita Cafe, super tasty vegetarian and vegan food for thought. Also, thank you to the McDonald Miller Facility Solutions Group, proud sponsor of the Rose City Rollers.
Minutes to 14 minutes in the penalty box.
Great bit of offense by Whip It Good right there. Allows Untamed Shrew to make her way through the pack. Lead jammer status, Guns N' Rollers.
Defense sets up in the back for Untamed Shrew on her first scoring pass. Frankenherder catches Heidi Go Seek on the outside, and she is caught behind that wall, black in front, Mike checks.
That's Whip It Good holding her back. Heidi Go Seek muscles her way around her. She is clear on her initial pass.
Out around the outside, Untamed Shrew sneaks back sideways for 5 points.
Thank you to the Hope Baraka Realtor Group, Hope Baraka Realtor, helping Portlanders buy and sell their dream home.
Agent Meow. now, ladies and gentlemen, your DJ tonight, Agent Meow.
Y'all gonna be sorry jamming for the Guns N' Rollers.
Nappy with some very aggressive defensive jamming on the whistle. She powers through the middle, lead jammer, Napoleon blown apart.
Julie Hall is gonna chase her all the way into next Tuesday if need be.
Julie Hall coming in to set up a little offense for you, gonna be sorry.
Nice sternum buster by Napalm Beth. Y'all gonna be sorry, still working on her initial pass. Mia Farrell, the great defense in the backfield.
The defense is divided. Napoleon blown apart. Gets around Scarlett on the outside for a 5-point scoring pass. She's high-fiving the crowd.
Nice job by Minstrel Psycho drawing that track cut on Yo Gonna Be Sorry.
That's a power jam for High Roller.
Napoleon blown apart, throwing herself through that pack. 5-point grand slam, High Rollers.
High Rollers going for the trap offense, holding an opponent behind them to slow down the pack.
Nappy muscles her way through the pack once again. 5 more points to her credit this jam.
GNR trying to reset the defense in the back, but now they're split 2-2.
Minstrel Psycho did a nice job of cutting off that lifeline for GNR.
Napalm Beth drops. GNR skated to the inside. Still with the trap offense.
Napoleon blown apart, almost found daylight there.
Chicken Time Bomb dropped her to the outside. She calls off the jam. Icing the jammer, grabbing 2 more points.
Rose City Rollers is a proud Sports Buddies partner, Big Brothers Big Sisters Sports Buddies, encouraging young people to get and stay active.
Well, Randy Pan, that's exactly what the High Rollers needed, a new direction, and they are going forward right now. Harikari up against
a bunch of people. She's got 2 in the front left, one of them being Scald Eagle. Scald Eagle with one-on-one defense escorts her back to the pack.
Nice job by the GNR blockers right there. Yo Gonna Be Sorry, still fighting her way through that wall.
Great defense from Scald Eagle, stuffing Harikari all the way to the back.
Nice shutdown by the High Rollers right there.
Frankenherder holding on.
Nice footwork by Scald Eagle to keep it legal.
And a star pass. Scald Eagle, not lead jammer. You cannot become lead jammer with the star pass, but she's out first and able to score.
That was one of the more epic star passes I've ever seen, and whereas she can't be lead jammer, she can sure score 5 points on a grand slam, Guns N' Rollers.
Around the outside, finally Harikari makes her initial pass. She is lead jammer because she's the first one through legally. Calls it off, ends the bleeding.
OHSU Sports Medicine is proud to be the official medical care team of the Rose City Rollers. Also a big thank you to Bridgetown Chiropractic, the hardest hit of the night, brought to you by Bridgetown Chiropractic.
Untamed Shrew on the jam line for the Guns N' Rollers.
4-3 blocker advantage. Heidi goes seek up against the wall in front. Untamed Shrew wall back, you know.
Heidi goes seek, pushing that wall. Harajuku girl, last line of defense.
She gets out of play is assessed. Out of play penalty for Harajuku girl. Lead jammer. Heidi goes seek.
Felice Brutality, Napalm Beth doing a good job working together, holding back Untamed Shrew. Unreal Hooligan trying to help out on offense as well.
That defense resets in front. Offense does not catch. Heidi goes seek, who gets a high five, and she's kind of proud of it, Mike Checks.
That's right, no chocolate waffles for the High Rollers in this jam. Points on the board already, Randy Pan.
Quick inside pass. Heidi goes seek, calls it again. 4 more points, and that timeout is called by High Rollers. We're gonna have time for one more jam. Music Minute brought to you by HMM.
Napoleon Bonaparte on the jam line for the high rollers.
And that is Ivana Thrasher dropped to the inside by Penny Dreadful. Ivana Thrasher gets a contract penalty.
And Napoleon Bonaparte, lead jammer, high rollers.
There's a big chance to bring it back, Mike Tex.
Napoleon Bonaparte attacking the pack, pushed to the outside of turn 3 by Scald Eagle.
Scald Eagle like the last 5 jams.
How do you like that for your last line of defense, Scald Eagle?
Hurts my feelings. Speaking of last line of defense, Scald Eagle trying to maintain pack definition. That's the 5 points for Napoleon Bonaparte.
Napoleon Bonaparte looking to put the high rollers into the triple-digit marks with this jam. Track cut penalty, though, on Napoleon Bonaparte, drawn by Frankenherder.
That's going to release Ivana Thrasher, and we will have no more lead jammer. So the jam will go the remaining 50 seconds.
Scarlene being sent to the penalty box, blocking out of bounds.
I've seen a lot of this tonight.
Now it's Thrasher battling a 4-wall up front. She pushes through. Minstrel Psycho, one last gasp. Ivana Thrasher through on her initial pass.
Defense resets in front. She attacks the outside, but gets taken out by Mia Farrell.
Mia Farrell's been a force this game, working with Penny Dreadful up front.
Someone got a cut. Sorry, JK girl.
Ivana Thrasher through the pack. 5-point grand slam for the Guns N' Rollers.
Lexi dropped to the outside for the trap situation. She takes it out, Ivana Thrasher. But that is time, ladies and gentlemen.
3 points given to Napoleon Bonaparte. She got those points before being sent to the penalty box. If our score is official, that puts the high rollers into triple digits. But Randy, I think we know.
I think we can call this unofficial final. GNR 224, high rollers 100. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your Guns N' Rollers.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, for tonight's MVPs. First, for the high rollers, Penny Dreadful. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, your MVP for the Guns N' Rollers,